Terrorism is the tactic of demanding the impossible and demanding it at gunpoint. In simple terms, terrorism means the use of force or threat against a person or group or country. It is the burning question of today as there is a global wave of terrorism around. Terrorists of all races and creeds are active, individually or collectively, locally or globally, in solving death, destruction, horror, harassment, and insecurity. So, global war against terrorism has been afoot since the destruction of American World Trade Center on September 11, 2001. The monster of terrorism is still very much there, spreading confusion, misunderstanding, destruction, and harassment among the weak are the aims of terrorists. Wordsworth was deeply moved when he said, "And much it grieved my heart to think what man has made of man." Almost all agree what widespread terrorism is all due to unjust global political and economic systems, poverty, frustrations, injustice, cruelty, exploitation, sectarianism, religious militancy, state sponsored terrorism, double standard of superpowers, paralyzed UNO, and troubled spots like Kashmir, Palestine, Kenya, and the Gaza. The oppressed and exploited and frustrated ones want to punish certain groups and countries in their own way and hence resort to terrorism. Unless the above mentioned causes are removed, terrorism cannot be rooted out. To blame a certain group or to make some country scapegoat and the name of ending terrorism is only a wild goose chase. Is America not doing the same? Hence, better sense must prevail to combat and remove terrorism effectively. Honest and impartial approach of big powers, equitable global systems, distinction between freedom movements and terrorism, solution of trouble spots and of exploitation, poverty and injustice, effective and impartial UNO, and the policy of life and let live are the keys to end global terrorism. Unfortunately, American and European print and electronic media have launched poisonous propaganda against Islam and the Muslim world. The Muslims are being branded extremists, fundamentalists, fanatics, and dangerous for world peace. So-called war against terrorism in Afghanistan, Iraq, occupied Kashmir, Palestine, and Kenya is being called war against Islamic extremism. Why is the Muslim world main target? Have the Muslims clean hands in this regard? These questions call for knowing the true significance of jihad and the real responsibility of the so-called jihadis. Ashamed is humanity of the wounds given by thee. No doubt, jihad is necessary for the supremacy of truth, justice, goodness, and fair play over the forces of falsehood, injustice, evil, and cruelty. Agreed that conditions in this relate and chaotic war are ripe for jihad, but it is not totally unwise to launch jihad unless the jihadis set their own house in order. Jihad is justified when there is proper preparation in religious, moral, social, economic, cultural, educational, human, and military point fronts to defeat the evil and evildoers with illiteracy, ignorance, corruption, disunity, sectarianism, exploitation, and other social and moral evils in their own ranks. How can they reform the war? Al Qaeda and such other groups have paid no attention to this fact and have earned nothing but bad name for Islam and the Muslim world. They should have launched social jihad first and, if necessary, military jihad later. Islamic countries should act in unison to establish the true image and to spread message of Islam. They should take proper measures to counter the anti-Islam propaganda. They should bring home to the world that being a religion of peace, justice, equality, and human welfare. Islam condemns any form of terrorism. Islam aims at the welfare of the whole humanity, and only it can bring about peace, progress, and prosperity in this troubled world. They should ensure the world community that they do not sponsor any sort of terrorism. However, they should not let America and other anti-Islam forces to tarnish the image of Islam to gain their vested political, economic, and hegemonic terrorist interests. They can do if they act upon the teachings of Islam, bring unity in their ranks, promote education and science, and adopt moderation and broad-mindedness. Trampled and devastated is humanity by the brutality and injustice. So this is about terrorism that I explained. I hope that you completely understand my opinions and my explanation about terrorism.